darker print.
I think they have enough, yeah. We'll let everybody get a photo real quick and then we'll get going. I didn't realize it was
Did you learn how to put one up there?
I get a good one that I'll
The JPEG, okay.
Yes, they like JPEGs, they don't want PDFs.
Mark, scoot up a little
I
bit.
need to kind of stay off that side because
All right,
evidently I'm the devil.
ready to begin? All right.
Make up for it by putting this on there.
I'll let you in a minute. We'll get started and I'll let you lead us. All right, good evening. Good over, huh? Miss Krista, you ready? Miss Krista Firminakta. Y'all ready for Christmas, huh? All right, we got kind of a fun class this evening. We're gonna start in a minute. Les is gonna lead us in the Lord's Prayer again. We've had requests that we start every class with that because through the repetition, it's believed that it'll stick a little better. So we're gonna begin every class with that. And then what we're gonna do tonight, we're gonna move into we'll call it an exercise, right? I don't want to call it a quiz again. A lot of people didn't like the idea of it being a quiz, right? So it's an exercise. So again, I remind you on these, we memorize the vocabulary and you'll know exactly what's on the quiz. It's certainly not a surprise in any way, but it's not meant to single anybody out, embarrass. In fact, you grade your own papers, and I've been told that what people like about it, those who do like it, is when we go through the answers, it shows you the words that you missed or that you didn't know. Just put a little star by them and take it home with you and relearn and go over those words you missed. You can reinforce the ones you didn't get. And what I have done in the past, keep a 3-hole punch those, keep them in a ring binder, and you can always go back and review those. It's a good exercise, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that exercise second. And then I'm going to turn it over to Patsy. It's going to be a fun class. We're going to learn about some Alsatian traditions, customs, some good things. And then Bill is here. He's got his guitar. We're going to learn a very well-known Alsatian song. It's kind of like an anthem over there, the Hans im Schnokelo. How many of y'all, hold up your hand, how many of y'all know that song? How many of you have heard it? How many of you never heard that song? Hold up your hand. Yeah, we're going to learn the Hans im Schnokelo. When we went to Alsace, it's one of the first things they taught us, and it's just very popular over there. So Bill knows how to play it on guitar. He's going to lead us. We're going to learn the words. We're going to do a little singing. And then what we'll do is we're going to try to, as we conclude the class, we'll probably memorize one more page of vocabulary, but we realized Christmas snuck up on us this year. Yeah. So we are going to teach you some Christmas words, Christmas greetings. What we want to do is we want to get, now that you're learning some vocabulary, we want to get to the point where we are about to begin speaking with each other now. We're going to push ourselves, and now the kind of the Socratic, and we might ask some of y'all questions and so forth. It's not meant to embarrass. It's just meant we got to start stringing sentences together and got to start speaking. And then I'm going to ask you sometime through this class, we just want to take the pulse of the class here. If you have any suggestions, comments, just on a sheet of paper, anonymous, write out what you like, what you don't like, what's helpful to you, what's not helpful to you, and what you want to see more of in the class. And we'll try to adjust a little bit on the fly. I mean, we do have a schedule we got to stick to, but we can try to adjust a little bit on the fly. Okay. So I'm going to turn it over to Les. We'll do the Lord's Prayer.
Slowly.
Slowly? Yeah. Real slow. Okay. And then we'll begin with our exercise. Not a quiz, it's an exercise.
Okay, can all of you hear me, or do you need a mic?
Yes.
I have it written up here as they would say it. Now, our English words do not follow our way of doing it. It's Father Unser. Father our, of course, means our Father. Father Unser, wer ist im Himmel? Heilig ist die Name, deine Königreich kommt, deine Wille passiert, auf der Art, wie es ist im Himmel. Now, there are some people who say here, instead of art, they'll put it in that in Val, which is okay too, that's the world. Art is actually earth. Gib uns heute unser täglich Brot. Als wir mehr, und vergib uns unsere Schulden, als wir mehr dir vergeben, wo Schulden gegen uns haben. Und führ uns nicht in Versuchung, aber los uns frei vor aller Evil. Amen. Any question about the words?
How do you say evil and?
Evil. Because an E is pronounced A. Yes, ma'am.
That word, the last, Versuchung.
Versuchung.
Temptation.
Temptation. Versuch, the word versuch is to seek. The word such is to seek. Versuch is to taste. Versuch is to go visit someone. And a versuchung is a temptation. All the same root word. Any other questions?
Chronic, how do you say that, Dina? Chronic, right?
Kinnigreit.
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 Kinnigreit. And say the D-I-E-N-A. Dina?
Dina?
Dina.
Dina?
Okay. Dina. Dinanama, when you say
Dinanama?
Dinanama, do you leave the A off? The last syllable?
Nama? Dina Nama?
Dinanama, okay.
Dina Nama?
Microphone.
Oh, they asked if you use the mic. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
This
There you
good?
go.
Then show me something how to do it.
I'll
I'm
just
not
hold
sure
this up
exactly
here
how
now.
to do it. Oh, I know that part.
Okay, any other questions on the Our
There's a
Father?
V, and there's a V in
You want to go over it one more time?
One more time, you got it, Mike. One more time.
I'll say it and you try to follow with me after I say it.
Okay.
Vater unser, wer ist im Himmel, heilig ist dein Name, dein Königreich kommt, dein Wille passiert, auf der Art, wie als im Himmel. Gib uns heute unser täglich Brot. Und vergib uns unsere Schulden, als wir mir dir vergeben, we Schulden gegen uns haben. Somebody twisted the paper.
I did that on purpose.
Okay, but I.
Und führ uns nicht in Versuchung, aber los uns frei, wo alle Evil. Amen. In de naam van de Vader, Zoon en de Heilige Geist. Amen.
All right, let's do a quick exercise. We'll just take about 15-20 minutes. Do what you can. Let's go over the answers. Take some, pass it back. We'll go over the answers, save these. Whatever you didn't know on here, just put a star, take it home, work through your dictionaries, and it's a good, like I said, good exercise to realize what you need reinforcement on. Two. Just one. Got it. You want to take one for home? Put it on home? Extras? There we go. Grab one.
Okay, I'm with that.
Do you want me to? I got the first page now.
Pass it back.
Thumbs down. Let there be light. It's a flint and angle.
But let there be light. Does it? Say. Oh.
Oh, that's
I like that. Your face is frustrated.
Violin, all right. All right. We'll have Bill do it once on guitar and Chaz do it on footing, because they haven't practiced together, so that way they're, you know. Oh, good, good.
There's another one in the car.
Thank you. And at the end of the class, I've been told to let y'all know there's cookies over here and maybe some Kugel desserts, and they're up over here. And there was a Castroville connection to those, correct? I'll let you at the end of class. You got to tell them.
Is some of this going to be English words?
Yeah.
Yes, some will be Alsatian to English, some are English to Alsatian.
Okay. With words and all?
I don't need the boards.
Okay, just.
A lot of them want to slap the bottom of it. Doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
You all help you?
Do these words?
I don't know.
Remember that one Monday, almost. What's more?
Debbie, I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to
Put that up here?
shine the dictionary up there to go over the answers real quick.
Okay. Is it straight from the pages?
Yes.
Okay. Last time it was a little fast.
Yeah.
But of course we have to play.
Yeah, we have the dictionary to do it all, but yeah. I'm gonna walk and see how people are doing.
Hey, Mark.
Yes. 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 Just something that's been altered? No, because that's a subject, right?
Yeah, it's a verb.
But a noun, nouns are capitalized.
Well, then I'm looking at AR number 49. and that's
Altar is like a church altar, so that would be capitalized, that's a noun. Yes, yes. But no, that happens to me too. I've memorized a book before, and sometimes I just blank on a word. But you know, the thing is, if you blank on a word in Alsatian when you're speaking to them, you just say, Viasaish. Viasaish. How do you say? Right? Some of y'all studied, man. Look at y'all filling them out.
Oh, no, not this time.
Turn the heat on. Zorn is
There, right? And then that one was airplane, correct? Because there were two words for airplane. Airport, okay.
We're just gonna give you a couple of more minutes. We have a lot of fun stuff to do tonight, so we'll put the answers up here in a minute. So, show of hands, who wants a little more time? All right.
It's going to be an air wagon.
I'm glad I don't have to take these tests.
Is that airplane?
He says, my family wrote the book. I don't need to study it. Are you ready? You've been sick? Really? Last poop? Last week? Yeah.
I had it for 5 weeks. My face burns. No excuse. I know they didn't excuse me when I had a
That's right. I remember that. See how that stuff off is yeah. Well, with an H. That's right. I know. I hear.
Lisa.
I get the word and then I hear.
37, how do you even pronounce it? Villalba? Yes, that's it. That all messes me up.
Debbie, I guess let's put that on the envelope. Page 2. I'll just walk them through it, but they're probably out there.
Mary and Susan.
Take care of his record.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and go over the answers. We got a lot we want to get into tonight, so. All right, starting, let me look at a copy of the quiz so I know what I'm supposed to be answering. All right, so number 1, after. No. 2, afternoon. No, mitad. 3, afterward is no har. And again, number 4 is wieder. Against is dagega. Alt is age or old. Means same word. Yeah, same thing, same word. Let's see, they're not numbered in the dictionary. Agent is vertrater. Vertrater is agent. Flink is agile. Vivega. There you go, thank you. Vivega is to agitate. Vor is a go. Agree is einig. Agriculture is Landwirtschaft. Landwirtschaft. Like land workship, I guess. Land work, right? Agriculture. Ahead is forwards. With an F, right? Forwards. Aid is alpha. Ailing is kranklik. Ziele. Ziele is aim. Loof is air. Luftwaffe, airplane. Airport, airport. Flieger is an airman, and they also use Flieger for an airplane too. Luftig is airy, like breezy, airy. Aisle is a gang. Gang, G-A-N-G. I have a tough time remember that one. A jar is halboof, half open. Halboof, half open. A kin is verwant. Alarm.
Just take that, instead of saying football, say football.
Verwant, I'm sorry, with an
V is
F.
always pronounced.
V's are always F's. Yes, that one gets me. Alarm, Warnung, like a warning. Warnung. Album should be the same. Album, yes. Alcohol is pretty much the same.
I got that one right.
Next one, Vaxum, alert. Auslandisch, alien. Ustiga, light. Gleich, namelijk is alike. Alive is lavantic. All is alla. Alley is the Seatstrosa, the side street. Seatstrosa, side street. Seatstrosa, side street. Sita, you pronounce the E, right, Mark? Seatstrosa. Seatstrosa. An alliance is a boon, like a bond. Allied is, where are we at? Verbunda, like bound. Ustaila, where's Ustaila? That's a lot. Help me on this one, Lester Mark. Is it Erlaub or Erloy? Erloiba. Erlaub or Erloiba, right? For allow, Erloiba. Yeah, I think it's oi. Like, Erloiba is to allow. Next one is Erloibness is an allowance. Almachtig is almighty. A mandala is an almond. Mandala, almond. Almost is bina. Binal. Alms is almosa. Alone is ally. Along is mit, like commit, come with. Allowed is loot. Let's see, where are we at? Shoe is already.
What's that?
I've heard like show vither, right, Mark? It's like show vither, like again, like already again, right?
Phonetically last week and I put
Show.
Show, yeah, it's with a U, but it's show, yeah. So you'll hear them say like a little funny term, suf show vither. Yeah, suf show vither, like you're drinking again, right? Alsacer, that is Alsatian, but that refers to the person, not the language. Because if it was a language, it'd be Alsatian, right? Oi is also altar, like the church altar. Altar, same. Andra is altar, like to change. ER, right? And then alteration is verandra. Verandra. Altitude, I think that's pronounced heish. Heish? H-E-C-H-E. Altitude, high. Heish. Heish? 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 Yeah.
That's another, you say, what do you call it? You say Vihaish also.
Vihaish, yeah, that's right. Okay. Heish.
What's the proper way to say it? Hesh or hesh?
H-E-I-S-H?
H-E-C-H-E is how Blackie has it. Heisha.
Okay, Heisha.
John Glenn, what do you say?
We always said the ho
Ho?
means high.
Heisha. Okay. Heisha?
I heard him say, das ist Heihe, das is not the Heihe.
And if you ever get stuck, then you just say Viasaish, right? You just ask them, Viasaish and Alsatian. How is it said in Alsatian, right? Where are we at? All together should be Zusama. Alum is an alum, like alumni. Aluminum should be the same, yes. Immer, always. Immer. Immer, always. Wunderbar. Amazing. Krankenwagen. Kranken, that's the sick wagon, the ambulance, right? Amerikaner, American, from America. Undereinander. Where's undereinander? That's among. Undereinander. Amuse. Amiciera. Amiciera. Right? Amuse. Yeah, that's a word that we probably won't use, but it's good to know, I guess. Ancestor is your Anna or Vorvater. Yeah. An is Und. Angel is, I guess it would be pronounced, if you'd slide it up, Debbie, I'm sorry, that's blocking, but I think it's, that's right, it's Angel, right? Angel. Anger is Zorn. A Winkel is an angle, like a 90-degree angle. Zornig. Zornig is angry. Tier, T-I-E-R, is animal. Animals, animals. Animal. Tier. Anise is the same, anise. Fußnote is an ankle. Annex should be a hanga, right? A hanga. Ohanga. Ohanga. Annihilate should be vernichtige. Vernichtige. Anniversary is Jorstag, the year's day, Jorstag. And announce is Malda. Malda. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really heard that word, but yes, Mark.
Okay. Some of these words are those that are
Who's no? Dias milk. Dias.
Yeah, the same.
Dias. Oh, one is a foot, but Dias
This
is.
is more than one.
Okay, got it. All right. So save these, take them home, work through on the dictionary. It just is good to show what we still need to work on, all right? Any questions on that? All right, with that being said, it's the Patsy show now.
Here's Patsy.
There you go.
Alsatian Language Preservation
There? You hear all that? Everybody? Good? Gonna put it in my back pocket? This and the other pocket? I'll let you do it. Okay? Good evening. I'm kind of out of my element doing this, but I'll give it a shot. Pam's going to help me here, so. And Al says the bakova is a very popular dish to make. And you usually make it the day before wash day. So it's made of pork and lamb and chicken and potatoes, onions, leeks, bay leaves, and whatever you want to put in it. And after you have all that, put 2 little pork knuckles right on top, and then pour a whole bottle of wine in it and let it sit overnight, and it'll marinate. And they usually cook this dish before they do the washing. And
What's it called?
bakova. Yeah.
Oh, there, okay.
Yeah. And they usually make this up the night before the washing. And the lady goes to the Eel River, and she's carrying her, she gets her clothes together and washes it in the Eel River. So she gets up in the morning, she gets her sack of clothes, and before she goes, she remembers, I need to put a little bit of flour and water around this rim. Not too much. If you put too much, it'll cook onto the lid. So you just put just a little bit around the rim. So she grabs her clothes, she grabs this under the arm and starts walking to the Eel River. As she's walking there, she passes by the bakery. And so she asks the baker, would you bake this for me? And he says, certainly. So she gives it to him, takes her clothes, and goes on about her business going to the river. So she spends most of the day there. And when she's finished the evening, she's tired. And she heads for home. She stops by the bakery. She gets her dish. She's got her clothes clean. And in just a short time, dinner's served. So.
It's Simon.
Isn't there a name for the dish itself?
What's the point of the flour and water around the rim? Does that seal it?
It seals it, but if you put too much, it'll cook together and you'll never get the lid off without breaking the pot. So just a little bit, but it keeps it from leaking out and, you know. Yes?
I don't think they do that now, that's from the old days.
Yeah.
They make their water in the river.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Patsy, is Bakova the name of the dish itself? Or what?
Bakova.
What?
The baker's oven.
Baker's oven.
But, yeah, I think Judy was asking, and I think that is correct. That dish itself is called a bakova, and the food that's in it, on the menu analysis is called bakova.
Yeah,
also.
yeah. So, and then, every good Alsatian wife needs a little kitchen witch. You know. I'm gonna leave her here and let her help me. Okay.
What's the purpose of the kitchen?
It just keeps all the evil spirits out of your kitchen and out of your house. I would run if I saw something like that.
Isn't that a month? Isn't that
It could be
months is
a
the
month,
word for
yeah,
hops.
yeah.
Hops.
a hops, yeah.
Hops and months.
Okay, Deb. You might have to raise it up a little bit, yeah. Yeah. Les and I made one of those, and it does get to be a huge cake. And it's not really sweet.
No.
It's, they usually put nuts in it and bacon, or you can put raisins and nuts in it. And,
Bacon?
yeah, it's good with bacon and nuts. And, but it's not sweet, and it tastes a whole lot better if you put butter on it. Because it's kind of, it's not real moist either. Now, we do make it here at the bakery, and Miss Haglin makes it, and they add more sugar to it, so it's sweeter. But if you want to go on a picnic, take this old kugelu, take some grapes, some wine, and some cheese, and take butter. But it is good.
Debbie, can you make it bigger? Mark, how do I make this bigger?
They might, if we have to do it through the computer, I don't know the picture itself. Yeah, it's full screen on there, so I don't know how we could zoom in.
How do you spell
Right
it?
there, is that okay?
Yeah.
On the left, there's a plus, right there.
Yeah.
Right there, right the mouse.
G-E-L,
See it right there.
H-O-P-F.
Try that.
Okay, get in the next one.
Oh, yeah, you're right there. Yeah, try that. There you go. Now do the plus on the screen. Go there, and then go plus, plus, plus. Try that. There we go.
There you go.
All right.
There.
And if y'all look to the back, there's a real one sitting on that table right back there.
Oh. You can't set it, you can't, yeah, because you can't set it on the other part, it'll topple over because it gets top heavy.
Did you want to talk
Yeah.
about the girls or?
Um,
That's just that one, move it off.
We'll do that later on,
That's Lisa.
and we'll let Lisa do that sometime, yeah.
That's your apron, Lisa.
Yeah, oh, look how beautiful, yeah. Yeah, that's a really pretty one,
Awfully good with Riesling.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to take it? Would you like to take it? Good, thank you.
Posh steak.
You can.
I
I'll
love
leave
this.
it.
We just made 3 of them yesterday.
Okay, that's the fish data, and that's kind of Les's specialty. And it's a sour meat pie. It has green onions, parsley, ground pork, of course, salt and pepper, and vinegar. And it's marinated overnight. You cook it the next day. And
Well, we marinate it for 4 days.
do you? Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's cured in there. Yeah. Let's tell them about why we use vinegar. In Alsace, they use wine. Why did we switch to
I
vinegar?
think
Yeah.
that all of our Alsatians here are never gave up a good drink for food. They'd rather drink the wine than eat it.
Vinegar's cheaper. We're a little Bielig over here. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, the spelling, Postega. Or
The people spell it different ways.
Yeah, like Lisa, we just
Yeah,
Postega.
there's a variety of ways.
Question, I got a question about.
Yes.
Okay, you said
Go ahead, lady.
bake-off would have been your evening meal, and kugelhof you make as a snack or a welcome. What is the appropriate time you serve this?
All the time.
After midnight mass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think the swing that there's a bunch of onions in, I will eat it.
No.
Okay.
Well, it's green onions, yes.
Well, it has parsley and green onions.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Debbie. I'll get teary-eyed, but these are our ancestors. And I just love these little old fellow and little lady. It's funny, when I bought them, I thought, how many of these old people? And I just looked at them and thought, well, I have to have them. And now when I look at them, and then we look in the mirror, we're there. Oh, goodness, you know. They didn't age, but we did. Anyway, when I looked at I'm going to do a tribute too to one of our ancestors. When I looked at these two old folks, I thought to myself, how can I express my gratitude for the endurance and dedication to all of the settlers who first came to Texas, and for all the generations that were born here as years have gone by. Heaven only knows what they went through at times. I guess all we can do now is to carry on to the best of our ability in their name, and say that in Alsatian, to carry on. Namas forward.
Namas forward.
Yes, that means to carry on.
Namas forward.
With that said, I would like to pay tribute to my great-great-great-grandfather and grandmother on my mother's side of the family. And I think there's 5 people here that are direct ancestors from him.
Is it a Haby? They're all related.
It was Joseph Sitter and Marie Louise Villemain, the first of 8 generations of the Sitter family to have settled in Texas. So, Joseph Sitter was born to Jean Sitter and Anne Freiberger in Britain, Haute-Rhine, Alsace, France on the 4th of May, 1806.
Same place that Tonders.
Joseph left France for the Republic of Texas aboard the ship Norwegian in 1844. Joseph was 38 as he boarded the vessel with his wife, Marie Louise Villemain, and their 3 children on the 10th of October, 1844. Landing in Indianola, Texas in February of 1845, the mode of travel from Indianola to Castroville was by ox cart. Their belongings were sparse. Their belongings were sparse. But whatever they had, they placed in the ox cart and walked alongside of the cart on their voyage in a new country to find land in a small town called Castroville. After arriving, the family settled along the Medina River north of Castroville. Joseph is listed in the 1850 Medina County Census as living with his wife and son Jacques. He was 45 years old at that time and a farmer by trade. He received his entitlement of land from Henry Castro, as did many of the other early immigrants. Joseph was a good man, working hard to support his family, as well as being a strong community and church leader. Joseph, along with 3 other citizens, purchased in 1870 one of the 3 church bells, which are still in use today in St. Louis Catholic Church in Castroville. Joseph's name is inscribed on the bell alongside with the other men's names. As Joseph and his family passed through England on their journey to Texas, an English heavy 10-gauge double-barrel shotgun was purchased by the family. The gun was found some years later in Sitter's crumbling stone Alsatian house between Castroville and Medina, known as the French Settlement. The gun is now displayed in our local Castroville State Bank, where you can still see it, the nail punched initials JS on the metal plate on the bottom of the gun stock. Joseph died 11th of November in 1893 at the age of 89. He is buried in St. Louis Catholic Church Cemetery in Castroville, Texas, and was listed as one of the oldest inhabitants in Castroville at that time. As you enter the cemetery, an impressive sight is to see the two large old iron crosses of Joseph and his wife, Marie Louise Vilmain, side by side, just as he wanted it to be.
Now, your sitter you spell how?
S-I-T-T-R-E. Anyway. We do look like that. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Okay, this is a lamp, not for pretty, but it was very useful. When I was a kid, a little kid, we had no electricity, no radio, no TV, no computers. So we studied by the lamp. And if you turned it up way, way high, it would smoke. So it made it a lot brighter, but you had to put up with the smoke. If you turned it down, it was real dim, but it didn't smoke as much. It got so bad in some places, in people's houses, that the ceiling got dark up there from it. Yeah. It was filled with kerosene and had, of course, has a wick in it. And a few folks later on had the big Delco generator system that they used to generate electricity for lights and the radio. So on election day, folks would gather at their house to hear who was elected president. That was a big important thing for them. So, and then the rural people got the lights. There was a chain hanging up or whatever it was, and a light bulb at the end, and then you pulled a chain or you pulled a string. And when you were little, it was hard to reach, but you got it done. So.
Yeah, if you jumped and pulled it down, then you were in trouble.
I know, yeah. After the, well.
Those came
So-
in handy when we had the snowstorm.
They did?
Yeah.
Yes, they did, yeah. And then we could listen to the radio. Everybody got radios whenever we had the electricity. And good programs were on in the evenings. A lot of you remember, I'm sure, Amos and Andy. They were a comedy and they were so funny. And then there was The Shadow, and what did The Shadow say, Les? Only the shadow knows, yeah. Then there was a soap operas too. There was one that came on about 1 o'clock. And Les, tell us about your spelling lesson at St. Louis when you were a little kid.
When I was a little kid, I was very shy. I still am, of course. But Sister Leona Marie asked me how to spell does. Well, I'd heard this soap opera that they advertised does in there, and I know that. D-U-Z. The whole class laughed at me. I didn't say a word there.
And that was on the soap opera, and it was a detergent called Does. Okay, Les, this is yours. Come tell us about it.
That's a replica of the old stove that we had when we were kids. I don't know how they did it, but they cooked some awfully good meals in those stoves. Put the wood in there and had the chimney going out, stove pipe going up into the chimney. And I think they control the temperature with a damper that they had in there. They'd close it down to slow down the fire and open it and get a higher fire. But there was awfully good food there, but Mom had to get up every morning and stoke the fire. Sometimes there was some cold still left in there, and all she did is put some kindling in there and added some more wood.
Didn't it have a little vat on the side for hot water too?
Some of them did.
Some of them did, my mom's didn't.
Got a little griddle.
Yeah,
Mom,
some
can
of
you
them
pick
do
up
that.
all the little pots and stuff? Show them.
Mm-hmm.
But those are little,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those
Hello,
are, that's a
Lars.
very, a small replica of what we had. It's-
The stores used to carry those as a demonstrator to show people
Yeah.
what they were buying.
That's right, yeah, that's probably what it was.
My grandparents had one like that.
If you had the full size one nowadays, you'd be a rich man.
If you had the full size one, what less?
You'd be a rich man.
Ooh,
It'd be worth a lot of money.
Okay, what do we have next?
Bob's Worker, bring it out.
There we go. A lot of you remember the butter churn, I'm sure. Most everyone had a few cows and chickens years back. And if you had milk and eggs, you could make lots of things. To get the cream for the butter, you could leave the milk setting out and the cream would rise to the top and you'd skim it off and save it until you had enough to make your butter. Mom and Dad had a separator and you'd pour milk in the top and then one arm came, the cream came out and the other one, the buttermilk came out and it had as you turned the crank, it had a crank on it to turn it and it would go ding, ding, ding each time you turned the crank.
If you're turning the right speed.
Is that what it is? You have to get up to the right speed? Yeah. After you gathered the cream, then you, of course, put it in the churn and you crank the handle, sometime for a really long time. If it was real rich milk, you had butter real fast. If it wasn't, if it was a dry year like this last one probably, it would take a long, long time for it to turn to butter. But as you turned it, then it would, finally it would get thicker and thicker and then there'd be this lump and it would clunk, clunk, clunk on the side so you knew it was ready. And then you took it out and you rinsed it to make sure you had all that buttermilk out because you wanted 100% butter, you didn't want anything else. And you put it in cold water and you probably had to rinse it 3 times to get it really like you wanted it for good butter. And then you filled it in here and you put as much in as you could till it was up here and then you packed it and got it really, really, really packed where there weren't any air bubbles or anything. So I just poured it out. And then you had a piece of paper. And after it was all smooth and you were satisfied with it and everything, you turned it over like this onto the paper. And you'd bring this up. No, didn't do it that way. How did you do it?
That handle would be
Like
up.
this.
The handle would be
Yeah,
up.
take this off.
Handle when you're steady on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
Push it.
Anyway, the butter would be down here and you would have to cut it off or cut it loose. And then you'd wrap it and, yeah. You'd wrap it and take it to the store and sell it. Or you traded it for something. If somebody else had something that you didn't have, then you'd sell it to the store and you'd take whatever you needed then. Or you could save it for your family. However it
Was there a
worked.
hole in the butter then?
Pardon me?
Was there a hole in the butter then?
No, because you push it up actually.
Push it out.
Like, push it like that. Yeah, you bring that up, yeah. Then you cut it off.
Now, the urn with the stick where you
Yes.
would that be before this one? Before
Yes,
that
I had one of those too, but it's
Yeah.
about that tall and I didn't want to bring that, yeah.
Now,
Um,
we did, my granddaughter did a little science project with that. I think it was for the Alsatian contest or whatever. And she took whipping cream and poured it in there. And
Right.
it took us a while,
Yeah,
but we
I bet.
got butter out of it.
Yeah, Because how much would you, this one's about this big and this tall. How much butter, how much milk would you have to put in there even to get it?
2 or 3 to get
Yeah,
enough, you know.
stir it up,
butter.
yeah,
Agitate.
yeah.
And y'all drank the milk then?
The buttermilk.
We drank milk. What we had for a snack when we got home from school, a lot of times, there was cream on the table, there was preserves and homemade bread.
Yes.
And that was our snack. And we used to dunk that bread and that cream and eat it with the preserves. And it never killed anybody.
Molasses.
Now, don't do it. Yeah.
Molasses.
Molasses, yes,
Now,
yes.
Mrs. Roy Shearhart used to deliver that rich cream
She did.
all over Castroville area,
Right.
all over Medina
I
County.
remember that, yeah, yeah. Really? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I remember my dad saying one time that for lunch, they would take a sandwich and it was bacon grease that you had left over and they'd put molasses on it. And that was their lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So times weren't always that good, maybe, huh?
How exciting, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. This was our early watering system, you can see. Yeah. Yeah. At my grandpa's house, there was a bucket of water. There was a tall little table about that wide, but it was tall, so this bucket was sitting on it. And anytime you wanted to drink, you went there and you took your drink. And if you didn't drink it all, well, it just went back in the bucket. And maybe that's why we have a good immune system. You know. And then there was a tall faucet I remember outside. He lived near the river just past Cora's. And we lived by Kemp Creek, so it wasn't too far from us. And we'd go up there and I lost my train of thought there. And
The water
anyway.
faucet. You said
Yeah.
the faucet.
There was a faucet, a tall faucet, yeah. And the, well, shoot. I started reading it and I lost track, yeah. There was a tall faucet was outside of the house that brought the water up the hill from the river by a windmill. The water was carried in from outside for washing dishes and bathing. I remember a long bench by the faucet. And by that bench, there was a choo-choo tree. I call them choo-choo, he calls them juju trees. And they were like little miniature apples. And we'd eat those things till we couldn't eat them anymore.
They make good fighting.
Do they? Yeah. My older brother Paul and I would visit Grandpa often. We rode our bikes. We had one bike. We were 4 kids in the family, but we had one bike, so we shared it. And he lived along the river just past Cora's, about 3 miles away from where we lived. And we'd show up in the morning unexpectedly, and we'd visit with him a while. Then we fished and played and all, and we didn't know it, but Grampy was out. He'd go out and hunt a squirrel. So he'd hunt the squirrel, he'd kill it, cook it. So when we got finished playing, there he was. He had lunch cooked with the squirrel. I don't think I could eat one now, but they were good then. Yeah. And then we'd go out on the back porch and we'd sit there, and once he gave us some tobacco. It was in a little white sack with a yellow string, and he'd cut a little sliver of it off, and we'd try it. And we sputtered and spit and sputtered and everything, and he laughed at us. We only did it once. Yeah. But he always had time for us, and he would sit out on the porch, and we'd just talk and everything. So life was good. And that's it.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim.
Which grandpa was that?
That was Grampy Sitter, Josie Sitter. Yeah.
We were really fortunate that, or I used to sit with him on the step.
Yeah.
You knew it, huh?
He was a good
Yeah, I
Grampy.
did, I was fortunate.
Yeah.
He spoke English to you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was my mother's dad. That one, yeah. So, anyway. Thank you very much for listening. You can unhook me.
Which one?
What picture?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Daddy, which part?
Huh? That picture of the Hans and Silva? That little picture.
Like from Sylvan?
No, the picture I gave you. The guy.
Yeah.
I have it right
That curve there where your grandmother. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess all the way.
No, I don't want the words, I want the picture.
Because the Haiti settlement then started further down that road.
I've got the words too, but I want the picture first. There you go. We're gonna talk about this guy. We're gonna talk about this guy. His name is Hans. Hans is Alsatian for John. Anyway, he lived in a place. He lived in a place where there were a bunch of mosquitoes. So there was a Hans, and I can't write left-handed. It's right there. This is fine. This name was Hans. He is I understand, a typical Alsatian. He doesn't like what he has, and he's never satisfied. But he lived in I am, that's I am. And this word here is a schnog. A schnog is a mosquito. But they sometimes they use a K, so in the case of this song they put a K. And then they added an E here, and that means more than one mosquito. And he lived in the mosquito hole, H. L-O-C-H. Lo. The Hans im Schnogelo. This DR here means he's a man. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Hans im Schnogelo. He's a guy who is never satisfied. Did they say he was a typical Alsatian? I don't know. But there's a song that is the unofficial, I guess the unofficial anthem of Alsace. And it's called the Hans im Schnogelo. And we have some words. Can you put the words up there?
There weren't any words.
Yes, there were. No. The sheet of paper with all the words on it. No, I want the one with the English and the Alsatian that I typed up. Okay, this is the song. The first verse is Der Hans im Schnogelo had alles was will. Oh, it's small, isn't it?
I'm gonna try to enlarge it less. Let's see what we can do here.
There we go. I have this in Alsatian, and I also have it in English. This is that's Der Hans im Schnogelo hat alles was will. That's John in the mosquito hole has everything that he wants. Und was hat, das will nicht. And what he has, he doesn't want. Und was will, das hat nicht. And what he wants, he doesn't have. Der Hans im Schnogelo hat alles was will. Again, John in the mosquito hole has everything that he wants. Let's go look at this next, and this thing goes on and on and on. But I just have 5 verses here. This says that Hans im Schnogelo sagt alles was will. John in the mosquito hole says everything he wants. Und was sagt, das dankt er nicht. And what he says, he doesn't think. Und was dankt, das sagt er nicht. And what he thinks, he doesn't say. Then again he says, that Hans im Stoglo sagt alles, was will. Let's get the next one. That Hans im Stoglo doet alles, was will. Doet alles, was will. John in the mosquito hole does everything that he wants. Und was doet, das soll nicht. And we grew up here saying sot for should. So soul and sot, they're interchangeable. And what he does, he shouldn't do. Und was soll, das doet nicht. And what he should, he doesn't do. The Hans im Stoglo hat doet alles was will. Again. And the next one, this is one that I know you'd like to hear this one. The Hans im Snogelo, the Hans hat a Snog im Lo. Und es kommt nicht ist. John has a mosquito in his hole and it doesn't come out. Und wenn druckt, dann kommt es nicht. And when he squeezes, it doesn't come. Und wenn es kommt, then drukt nicht. And when it comes, he doesn't squeeze. The Hans hat a Snog im Lo. Und das kommt nicht ist. And then the next one, I know you want to hear this one. That's, they say it's the Castroville version. I don't know. I just know my father-in-law came back from Alsatian and knowing this verse, and I think it comes from over there. Der Hans im Snogelo had a shiny Freud. John in the mosquito hole has a pretty wife. Sie ist nicht krumm, sie ist nicht gerade. She isn't crooked, she isn't crooked, she is not straight. See how the arch will have augerad. She has a derriere like a wagon wheel. The Hans im Stoglo had a shady floor. And this thing goes on and on and on. I don't know how many sentences are. But let's see if we can maybe sing it. Let's go back up to the top. Let's sing the first one. Pardon? Oh yeah, we're gonna have him play it. Or them play it. We have two people here who play it.
This young man's got it.
Okay. Give us
No, we just want to hear the melody.
Give us the melody. And it goes something like this. You ready? The Hans im Schnurlo hat alles, was will. The Hans im Schnurlo hat alles, was will. Und was hat, das will nicht. Und was will, das hat nicht. Der Hans im Schnurlo hat alles, was will. All together now. You ready?
No, I was just going slow because I wanted everybody to kind of understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all want to sing it slower or faster to learn it?
It goes better fast.
Okay. Yeah, faster.
I got it.
Okay, let's go. Sing along. The Hans im Schnurlo hat alles, was will. Der Hans im Schnurlo hat alles, was will. Und was hat, das will nicht. Und was will, das hat nicht. Der Hans im Schnurlo hat alles, was will. And notice that Schnogelo. That Schnogelo is long O there.
All right.
Can we sing the last verse? No?
I don't think even David Cease plays that one.
Okay.
Try different verses.
You'll do the next one?
Yeah.
Let's
Which one?
That's the Hans im Stoglo sagt alles, was will. Und was sagt, das dankt nicht. Und was dankt, das sagt nicht. Der Hans im Stoglo sagt alles, was will. Okay.
Ready?
Der Hans im Stoglo sagt alles, was will. Hans im Schnurgelow, seit alles Wasser will. Wasser hat, nicht Wasser, doch das heute. Der Hans im Schnurgelow, seit alles Wasser will. We go to the next one. Let's go.
You want to review it? You want to talk it towards it, or?
Okay, let's talk it. It says der Hans im Schnurgelow did alles was will. That means he does everything he wants. Und was did, das soll nicht. Und was soll, das did nicht. Der Hans im Schnurgelow did alles was will. Let's go. Der Hans im Schnurgelow did alles was will. Und was dann im Schnurgelow did alles was will. Und was will, das soll nicht. Und was soll, das will nicht. Der Hans im Schnurgelow did alles was will. I guess we might as well do the next one. Der Hans hat ein Schnauge im Loch und es kommt nicht raus. Und wenn drückt, dann kommt es nicht. Und wenn es kommt, dann drückt nicht. Der Hans hat ein Schnauge im Loch und es kommt nicht raus. Okay, der Hans im Schnaugelow, let's go again. The Hans had the show
Just once, or we don't have to repeat it?
Just don't do it once, yeah. The Hans had the show in the Hans is to the news. Und wenn dann läuft die Dick und wenn kommt, nicht. Der Hans hat the show in the und kommt nicht. And I don't guess you want to sing that one. But anyway, that's the Hans im Schnurgelow. Yeah, it's one of the beer drinking songs. Beer, wine, whatever.
We usually come out with that, at least, don't we?
So we learned some Christmas words.
Whatever song you're gonna play. Should I steal this thunder?
Anyway, when those people come, when they come over here from Alsatian in April, they'll be singing that song a whole lot.
Hey, Mark,
Learn some Christmas words.
we need to learn that one at, where we stand up on
Molufa, Molava, Molings, Molox.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. We'll do that one when we,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's a lot of fun, right? Okay, it's Christmas time, so we just realized we're a little behind on PGL some Christmas words. So, Christmas is Vinakta. Vinakta. In Blackie's book, it's Vinacht. In Sylvie Troxler's, it's Vinakta. So, opinions. Mark, Les, John, Glenn, Cornette.
What does that mean?
Christmas. Do you say Vinacht, Vinacht, or Vinakta? Vinacht, Weihnacht.
Weihnacht would be German.
Weihnacht is German.
Weihnacht is Alsatian.
Vinacht. Now, Sylvie puts, in her book, I noticed she puts A at the end, so it's Vinakta. But Vinacht is how the Castroville Alsatians say it, I guess. Question, somebody had a question?
I made it on a table runner and it was
Froa. Froa is happy. So yeah, Froa is happy or merry. And then what you'll hear, probably more common, is Shani Vinacht.
Or Frolica Weihnacht, Frolica Weihnacht.
Froa Nayor or Gliklik Nayor too. Lucky New Year. So Vinacht is Christmas. So you can say Froa Vinacht, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. And you'll also hear people say Shani Vinakta, which is right here, which is nice Christmas. Shani Vinakta, you hear that a lot. So I guess let's just repeat them. Vinacht. And then the next one is very interesting. I heard the Alsatian, they wrote this, and I actually had to message one of them say, I don't get it. What are you saying? I mean, I was reading it as a good slide. You know, and I knew that word, like, and you know, I always thought as a kid that some of these words were like words my parents made up, and then I found out they're real words, right? Like if you would slide the chair or table, Mom would say, "Oh, you rooched it on the floor," right? And I thought it was like you're making that word up, but no, it means slide. Don't slide it, pick it up, is what she was saying. So I didn't understand what a good slide meant. So I was messaging with, might have been Renee Cronenberger. And I said, I don't get it. Why are you saying for New Year's a good slide? And he said, because in Alsace we say, we're wishing you a good slide into the new year. A happy slide. So you'll see that on the ALPS channel, the Alsatians, they'll post.
Because there's snow everywhere over there.
Yeah, that's probably right, right? So you'll see like, Shani Vinakta or Froa Vinakta und a gute Rutsch and a good slide. So when you hear, let's all say a gute Rutsch. There you go, like a good slide. Now you know what that means. I didn't know. I had to ask the Alsatians what they were saying. Nyår, New Year. So you can hear Froa Nyår, which is Happy New Year. Or you can hear Blikklik Nyår. And who knows what Blikklik is? Lucky. Like
Lucky, but it also means happy.
Happy, it means happy.
Another word for happy. Vrolijk is happy also.
And you'll hear Blikklik with Geburtstag too. Happy birthday. Blikklik Geburtstag. Happy birthday. So Happy New Year is Blikklik Nyår. Lucky Happy New Year. We talked about Shani Vinok. And then if you look at pictures on the internet, you'll see the beautiful Christmas markets. Have y'all seen those?
Yes.
And on the ALPS channel, some of the Alsatians on the ALPS page, they'll post the pictures of the Christmas markets. Amazing. Never been to one, but I hope to go one day. Right?
Yeah, here.
Kent and Diane went to 7 of them.
Yeah, they did. They went to the Christmas markets. That's right. So you'll hear it as Beanoxmart, Christmas market, but they also call it is it Christ or Christ Kindle? Christ Kindle, the Christ Child Market, Christ Kindle Market, right? That's also a Christmas market. And then of course we all know what the Tannenbaum is, right? Christmas tree. Yeah. Bradford.
Another important one in the Alsatian culture is Santa Nicholas.
Yes, Saint Nick. Saint Nick, that is right. They have Saint Nick. They don't really say Santa Claus that I've seen. It's Saint Nicholas, Saint Nick. But
I think what's neat about saying Saint Nick in German or Alsatian, when you hear it Santa Nicholas, you can hear exactly where Santa Claus came from.
oh yeah, I never thought about that way. That's right. Yeah, and then they have the antithesis to St. Nicholas. They got the bad Santa over there that we don't have here. I guess he would maybe be like our Jack Frost or something, right? Our Grinch. Our Grinch, right? And
What's
he's
his name?
Hans Trapp. Hans, T-R-A-P-P, Hans Trapp. And he's like the scary guy, like a Grim Reaper looking character, right? So they have the bad Santa too. What is that? He's and
He wears a black outfit.
yeah, he's like a Grim Reaper.
Hans Strop. Remember when they had that O? It's always pronounced O, not O. There's no short O.
He brought the coal in the stocking.
He put the coal in the stocking.
We always had a thing.
What is she
We have a
need?
stocking got one that true.
Yeah, before Christmas,
Yeah,
right?
December the 6th.
December 6th, yeah. All right, any questions on that? We got just enough time to memorize one last page of vocabulary or go through it real quick and then we'll call it good, huh? All right.
Or we're not gonna listen to any music.
Well, we could stay after if somebody wants to. Let's get through the vocabulary real quick. And then I got to get the visualizer.
Well, he's getting ready for that. I just can't pass up the chance here since my aunt is here. When I was a little kid, she scared the fool out of me. Her mother and dad, my grandparents had an electric butter churn, and they called it a butterfass, a butter barrel. And that thing turned and turned and turned. As it got farther along, the butter got hard. It just flopped back and forth in that churn. And she scared me of that thing.
And I think it's been something like 80 years ago, and she has never let me forget that. And Mike, she always talks about the Buddha floss, scared me to death.
All right, y'all have your dictionaries? I think we're on page 3, right, Debbie? Page 3. And remember, we don't have class next week. It's Christmas, and then the week after that is New Year's Dog, right? New Year's Dog. New Year's Day.
Nijårsdag,
New Year's Dog, right? Nijårsdag.
Anyway, Nijård.
Okay. So, Les, you want to read with us some words? Annual, I'll do the first one. Yorlik is yearly, annual.
Yorlik.
Can we make it bigger?
Yeah, we could probably make it bigger. Let me try.
Yeah, it's awfully small for these old eyes.
Yeah, let's see. Good?
That's better, yes.
So yeah, annual, yearly,
Yearly, yeah.
and then what? Unless if you do another.
Another is another.
Answer, encore.
Ondort. And is an omice. Antenna.
Oh yeah, antidote is Jäger gift. And it's against the poison. So for Christmas, I guess it's important to tell you too, a gift in Alsatian is poison. So gift is poison, but a gift like a present is a geschenk, or a little gift, a geschenkele. So when the Alsatians visit or you visit them, it's customary to take things back and forth from our country to theirs and vice versa. And they'll bring you a little token, a little gift, and it's a geschenkele. So if you tell them you're bringing them a gift, you're saying I'm bringing you some poison.
Let me tell you about my aunt, yeah. Now, I don't know if my uncle said this or my aunt said this. She's alive and she can defend herself. He's no longer with us, so he can't defend himself. But they were visiting with some of the Alsatians here at one time, and one of them said, "Man, I know what a gift it is. No, it's time. We have a gift for you, but it's home. Gift is poison," and they kind of looked funny. She or he, one meant a present. I know you didn't say that, Aunt.
You spell the word present.
Like a Christmas present, P-R-E-S-E-N. Oh, a geschenk is like a G''S-C-H-A-N-K. Geschenk. Yeah, that would work. We spell phonetically, so I think that would get us there. But remember, they just string words together. So to go back to antidote, we learned last week, dagega means against. So against the poison is the antidote, right? So, where are we at? Go ahead, Les. I'm sorry, where are we at?
Antique would be Almadish. I'm not so sure about that. I've never seen that before.
We didn't use that.
No.
Just old.
Old Madish. Old-Madish, I guess it'd be Old-Madish. Yeah. Old-Madish, yeah.
An anvil, an ambos.
Almost.
Anxiety, unru, which is, I guess, unrest.
Unrest, unru. Rest is real.
Yeah, if you go to
Unru is unrest.
tombstones at the old St. Dominic's in Dehennis, you can read them. They're in Alsatian German, and it'll say like Ruhe and Friede, rest in peace, I guess, right? So yeah, anxiety's unrest. Unru.
I've never seen anxious. Hungry, I guess. I've never seen that before. Elfling, I've never seen that before, so I don't know that.
Any, I guess that's pronounced what? Ergent?
Argenta.
Anyone? Argentine? Argentina? Argentina.
No, EI.
Would the I would be
Argentina.
Argentina?
Argentina, okay, that's, Ina is one. Any one is, yeah, okay, Argentina.
Okay.
Argentina.
Argentina. Anywhere? Ergentu?
Erkenru.
The O pronounced as a U. Apart?
Upnander.
Eight? And op? Apiary? Imahus? Imma?
Emmaus. Emma is a bee, is a bee house. Emmaus.
Imahus.
Emmaus.
Apology and Schuldigum?
Entschuldigung.
Oh, you want another word, sorry.
I used that word one time. We went to Alsace and I asked some little German ladies, grandma ladies, I was looking for the Hofbrauhaus. So I said, Entschuldigung, and they stopped and I said, wo ist the Hofbrauhaus? And they started telling me in just like fluent German. And I was like, Rede langsam, speak slow please. Ich kann nicht verstehen, I don't understand very good. And in perfect English, these little grandma ladies looked and said, well, you asked me in German.
Dr. Dean, is fluent in German, and he says Entschuldigung to say excuse me.
Yes.
Get someone's attention, and that's German. Entschuldigung.
Yeah, that's what I said, excuse me, where's the Hofbrauhaus?
Yeah.
And they were so fast, I was like, whoa, and then when you asked
Well,
me.
you use that same word. It's all etymology. You say sorry, excuse me. It's all the same word. Right?
Yeah, yes. And then they gave me the lecture because they asked, well, how did you learn? And I was telling how my family was Alsatian, and they're like, and you didn't learn it any better? Shame on you.
They learned the original word.
Up here, Ershina.
Appetite, appetite.
Apple, that's an easy one. Apple.
Apply, avanda.
Approve. Low with a, I don't know.
Anima. That's a tough one. What did you say, Mark? That second one's a tough one. I don't know.
Another.
We'll just say loba. Approximate. Ungefähr.
Ungefähr, yeah.
Apricot. Apricosa.
Apricosa, yes.
April, we learned that one in the month.
Abril.
April.
Schurz. Araber. Arc is a boga.
And that's like, that's also a rainbow, or isn't it?
A boga is anything that's bowed, yes.
Yeah.
And this would be Ella boga.
Ella boga. A rainbow is a raga boga.
Yeah, a boga would be something that arcs.
What about an arch in your foot?
Foos boga?
Who's boga, I guess, yeah. Okay. Boga is, archer is a boga shearson. Shearson, yeah.
Bow shooter.
Shearson, yeah. Be careful of that word.
Architect, I guess a boymeister.
Boymeister? I guess I've never seen that word.
Something master. What's a boy?
Boim is a tree. Boim,
Tree master, I guess a master of wood, right?
I guess.
Yeah, Boymeister.
Archive is archive.
Yeah, boya means build. Who said that? That's right. That's right.
Yeah, okay. A build is, that's right.
Building master.
Boim.
Yeah.
What that word is there? B-A-U-M? Is it Boya?
That's Boim.
But I think the M goes with Meister for master. So the boy is from build, I guess, and Meister is master.
Okay, that's right. Probably true. Argue is a dishpadiera. Dishpadiera. I heard that a lot when I was a kid.
Tell you what, Alsatians never do that, right?
No, well, my mom and dad accused me of dishpadiera with my sisters, but we didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Okay. Archive.
We passed that.
Archive.
We did that just a while ago. Now, there we go. Argument. Dishpadat. Arise.
Ushte.
Ushte.
Ushte, huh?
Arithmetic. Arithmetic. Oh, the difference is that their arm and our arm is ours is an arm, theirs is an arm, and ours is an arm. Same spelling, everything. Army. Around is the Ruma. Ufveka. And wake up.
Wake up. Arrest.
Festera. Yeah.
Fast. Fest means like to hold fast.
To hold fast. Festheva.
To fast, hold fast.
Or fast also means tight.
Tight,
To
yes.
hold tight.
Arrival, akum.
Akum, yeah, akum. Okay.
Arrive, akuma.
Akuma. Yeah.
Arrow, feed.
Feed.
That's the same sound as the B-I-E-L.
Yeah.
Yeah, B-I-E-L
That's
is,
the same word as a lot. Field. Like a lot. Yeah.
Only one spelled with a B and one with an F.
right.
Yeah.
Art is Kunst. Artery. Pulsoder. Oder is, is your vein, yeah. Pulsoder is artery.
Like a pulse vein.
Pulse vein, yes.
Article, same. Artist, Künstler.
Okay, Künstler, yeah. Okay.
As,
via.
ascension.
Himmelfahrt means to drive.
To drive.
Drive to heaven, yes. Ash is Osh. Shamed is Shama. This is Shama. Ashtray, Oshbahar. An ash container, a pot, like Patsy was talking a while ago about the dipper. My folks always called it a bahar. It was all a bahar. I didn't know it was a dipper. I knew it was a bahar. We drank water that way too.
Was it clean?
Of course it was clean. I'm alive, aren't I?
So Ash Wednesday is Ash Midweek.
Osh Midluch.
Ash Midweek. Ash Midweek.
And ask is to froga. Also, a question is a frog.
Yeah. Asleep, slow.
Slow. asparagus, Spahi, yeah.
Yeah, but like white ones.
That's ass like a mule, Esel.
Right, yeah.
Hazel,
There's the word Debbie.
oh,
Untreten die Arsch, huh?
Can that also be used for that?
That is.
That one is, yeah.
That, the second one is, yeah.
Okay.
It's animals and they.
Oh, yeah.
first one is an hazel, that's a mule.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the second one is it's like they give you a dritten the arsch, huh?
What does that mean?
A kick in the butt.
Okay.
Assembly is versammeling,
Association, Vereinigung. And the Queehee Gun Club used to be called the Schützenverein. That was the shooting club. So a Verein is a club. So an association, Vereinigung.
Okay, assure is versicheren,
Next word. Asthma. Asthma. That's kind of one of them English words I think made to sound Alsatian, right?
could be, I don't know. Astonish, estun.
At, mit, on, oof, and be.
All those words can be used for at, yes. Mit, on, oof, or be. Atone, Biese, I'm not familiar with that word.
Patch, a hefta,
I'll have to.
all hefta.
You're looking at the have to is to hold on, I'll have to. Attention is Achtung. Achtung, say German too, yes.
Addict, is that Bane? Ben?
I'm not sure of that.
Bane? John Glenn Burnett, your opinion? Bane?
That's,
Bane?
that's Bane, yeah, but I'm not sure about that,
The word? The definition? Okay.
What do you call it? That's what we call it.
Addict.
What do we call it?
You're stuck.
No, it was, I don't know, trying to think about what it was called. Dachzimmer. We call it a Dachzimmer.
The roof, huh?
A Dachzimmer, yeah.
Attire, Blumner. Blumner. And that also another word would be glider.
Kleider.
But attire is Blumner.
Oh, we have one of those in here. Two of them, I think, and attorneys. Look at the word. Advocate.
Like an advocate.
Like an advocate. An advocate. They're an advocate for someone, I guess, or against them.
Auburn, Rotbrun, red brown.
Rotbrun, Auburn.
Red brown.
Auction, Gaunt, I don't know about that one. I've never seen that one before. Gaunt, I don't know.
August.
August.
Learned that one already. Aunt, Danta.
Okay. Auger, border. It's like border.
Yeah.
That's alles.
All right. Shane, you knocked out alles, huh? If y'all have any suggestions, just pulse of the course. If y'all did write any down, turn them in. It's anonymous. Just put them up here. Any questions before we go? Yeah, I think it would be January 8th. I think Linda's right? Yeah. Next 2 weeks we're off. Hey, we got cookies. Wait. Come on up. Let's pour it up. Come on up. It's on. We're just like and Kugelhoff.
Well, when he said to bring something cultural, I thought, what do I know? And Loretta Claire can attest to this. Anyway, she is my second or third cousin. And anyway, we used to go to people's houses on Sunday afternoon visiting. And my family, my mother and I and my dad did this every Sunday. And our favorite place to go when they weren't coming to our house was to go to Aunt Bella Kilhorn's. And she always had this plate of cookies. And she would have iced cookies and molasses cookies and anise cookies. And I didn't care much for the other two, but the ice cookies were my favorite. And my mother limited me to 2 ice cookies. So I always remembered those ice cookies. And I looked for her recipe, couldn't find it, but I found one that's very, very similar. It's called tea cakes. And then I iced them, and believe it or not, 70 years ago, or 65, however long ago this was, they had sprinkles. And they also, so her cookies had sprinkles on them, and they also had little silver balls. But you couldn't eat the silver balls back then. You had to pick them off. They were just for decoration. They weren't edible. Anyway, now you can buy silver balls. But anyway, this is, of course, our visiting ended pretty quickly. When I was about 10 years old, you remember what happened that made us quit going to visit on Sundays? We all got TVs.
Anyway, a smaller cookie is called gravy.
Or something, and people can come and get up. Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and set them up here. If y'all could help us maybe make sure we've got the right chairs in this room, put the chairs away. We're gonna set the cookies up here. And the Kugelhoff too.